Hi everyone, how are we doing? It is almost time for this year's Bloodstock Festival. So today we're going to do a bit of a rundown on everything that you need to know before heading there this year. If you like this and you want to see more videos like this in the future, please let me know down below. And if you want to see me cover any other festivals this summer, then let me know and I'll try my best to get around to them as well. If you want to see all the great stuff we've got planned over the next few months, then stick around and press that subscribe button down below. And as always, thank you so much to everybody who supports this channel. So let's get into it then. Here's everything you need to know about Bloodstock 2023. Bloodstock Festival is held at Catton Park in Derbyshire. It's located between the three towns of Lichfield, Burton-on-Trent and Tamworth. If you are going by car, then you want to program your sat-nav to DE128LN, and I'll put that on screen as well just so you can see that. However, the festival has warned that when you get close, you'll need to follow the yellow traffic signs instead of this postcode because of road closures and roadworks and things like that. So don't follow the sat-nav as soon as you see the yellow signs. From that point on, just follow the yellow road signs. There is a coach service available which will drop you directly at the festival. This will travel from over 30 different locations around the country. You do need to book this ahead of time though, and it will only pick up on the Thursday and drop off on the Monday morning. So just make sure you've planned around that. The nearest train station is Lichfield City Station, which is a short train connection from Birmingham New Street. There's also Tamworth Station not too far away as well. And then there will be a shuttle bus available from Tamworth to take you to the festival itself. But again, it's recommended that you pre-book this just in case there's no room when you get there on the day. The site itself opens at midday on the Thursday, and access for that first day will end at 11 PM. So make sure you're not arriving anytime after that because you won't be able to get in until the next morning. If you are coming for just the day, the Friday, Saturday or Sunday, then the festival will open at 10 AM on those specific days for you only. So if you have a Friday ticket, you can't stay the rest of the weekend obviously. The festival will be checking bags and cars on the way in this year, with sniffer dogs on patrol as well. The easier it is for the security to check everything's okay, then the quicker that everyone can get in and start enjoying the holiday. So just make sure everything's as simple as possible going through. It is an all ages festival, but under 16s must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Once you get onto the site itself, there are 7 general campsites available, each one with a name linked to Norse mythology. You've got Asgard, Hel, Midgard, which is the big party area, Valhalla, where you'll find the Camp Loner area, Jotunheim, Ironwood and Ragnarok, which ironically is the quiet camp. There is a noise curfew for midnight in this camp, and anyone who's disrupting that curfew will just be asked to leave immediately. There's also Niflheim for those who qualify for the access camping, Vanaheim for the camper vanners, and the Serpent's Lair for VIP. So what should you pack? Well, it's a British summer festival, so expect anything. Just like what happened at 2000 Trees, it could go from heat stroke to downpour within the space of less than a day. So just take a lesson from the scouts and be prepared. Ponchos are a must. It's better to have them and not use them than to not take them at all. And wellies, but if you don't want to bring more than one pair of shoes, if you've got no space to carry them, then make sure that the boots that you take in are waterproof, but also make sure that they're comfortable. And then on the flip side of that, don't forget your sunglasses and your sun cream. Even if it doesn't seem that sunny, I can tell you from past experience that you will still burn because you're outside all day. So it might not seem sunny, it might not seem like you need sun cream on, but take it from somebody who doesn't listen to their own advice and the advice of their friends. You will need sun cream. Make sure you've got warm clothes for the night because it can get quite cold. A nice pair of joggers or something are perfect because they're very comfy and they're very warm. Make sure you've got a fresh change of clothes for each day. What I do is take a couple of reusable plastic bags, and in each bag is a shirt, a pair of socks and some underwear, and then I know that everything I need is in that bag and I haven't got to go rooting around for like a pair of socks or something and suddenly all my clothes are all over the floor of the tent. And then at the end of the day, those dirty or wet or sweaty clothes can just go straight back in that bag, and then the rest of the clothes are dry for the next day. Don't forget that you'll need something comfortable to sleep in, but remember that it'll be a lot warmer when you wake up than it is when you go to bed. It's very rare that a phone battery lasts for 4 days, especially if you're taking photos or videos or if you're trying to contact people while on site. So remember to take a power bank that's fully charged. I say this in every festival video now, but baby wipe behind your ears. Take a few packs of baby wipes with you, and every morning when you wake up in your tent and you're feeling all sweaty and gunky and horrible, wipe behind your ears and you'll just feel instantly fresh. It works so well. And then if at any point during the day you're struggling in the heat, or if you feel all again sweaty and horrible, just do the same thing. I'm not quite sure on the science behind it. I'll have to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on to explain that one, but it's great at cooling you down and keeping you fresh throughout the day. If you're wanting to take stuff with you into the arena, then remember that big bags aren't allowed, so make sure you're taking it in a smaller bag. I've got my bum bag, which is great. That goes right across my chest, underneath one arm, over the other shoulder, so that if anyone wants to steal anything, they've got to take it literally from under my nose. And it's got 5 big pockets on it, so I can take my power bank, my phone, my wallet if need be, a couple of ponchos in there as well. Now, the festival does have a specific list of items that you are not allowed to bring. This includes imitation firearms, and actual firearms if you're watching that guy from Reading last year. Bullet belts, which I feel like is a standard fashion choice for the metal community, but I completely understand. Non-ornamental knives, swords or weapons, anything made of glass, which we'll talk about a bit more later on. Fireworks, flashes, candles, generators, gas canisters, professional cameras unless you've got the press accreditation, liquid fuel for barbecues, and gazebos. Now apparently for gazebos, this is just for the first day, and once everybody's on the site and you've got a spot for everything, they'll allow it after that, but it's best to just double check once we're actually on site. Speaking of the site itself, there are lots of facilities available on site when you get there. If you need any camping equipment, then Fat Frank's will be on site to help you out. They've got everything from tents to chairs, spare pegs, ponchos, whatever camping gear you need. They'll even blow your airbed up for you for £2 if you need it. There is a market area where you can buy all sorts of things from patches, vinyls, clothes, other accessories. Most traders accept cards, but if for whatever reason the machines are down or whatever, then there are cash machines on site available near Lemmy's Bar and one by the Sophie stage. There is a medical tent opposite the main stage in the arena, or there are plenty of steward hubs around the site in case you need urgent help with anything. Just remember that these are people too, just trying to keep everybody safe. So if you need anything, just remember to be friendly and polite. There are toilets located in each campsite and some in the arena. There are showers located in the Midgard campsite for general campers, or if you have access camping or VIP camping, then there are showers available for you in those campsites themselves. There's also lots of water points located around the site, and hot water points too if you need that. So make sure you keep a plastic bottle that you can refill and then recycle at the end of the festival. There are recycling points in each camp that you can take stuff to at the end of the festival, and just remember that the festival operates on a leave no trace policy. So the idea behind it is basically make sure the campsite looks as clean as it was when you found it. There's also a tent donation point right by Fat Frank's in case you don't want to take it with you. Make sure you pack it away, put it in its bag and take it there first, don't just leave it up, because the cleanup crews do take a long time to pack everything away after the festival. So just make sure your little area of the campsite is as clean as it was when you found it. In the main arena then, you've got 4 stages. There's the main one, the Ronnie James Dio stage, which you can see behind me, which is the only outdoor stage. The second stage, you've got the Sophie Lancaster stage in the big top tent as soon as you come into the arena. The New Blood stage at the far end of the arena, where you'll find all the best up and coming unsigned bands, including the winners of this year's Metal to the Masses. And if you want to hear more about those bands, go and check out my video on who you need to see on this year's festival. And finally, you've also got the Jägermeister stage, which is a tiny little stage for smaller bands. Also, you've got the Fun Fair, most of the rides of which I'm too scared to go on, but they've got the dodgems and other less vertical things for anyone who's like me. If you're wanting to meet some of your favourite bands that are playing across the festival, then head to the sign-in tent on the right hand side of the main stage. At the time of recording this, there's been no official confirmation about who's going to be appearing there, but check out the Bloodstock social media for more information about it when it comes out. And every day in front of the sign-in tent there will be a board with a schedule on it, so you know exactly who's going to be on and when. If you fancy a bit of a gaming session, then head over to the Nordic Spirit Gaming Zone, where they have old consoles set up with lots of retro games, but unfortunately still no Guitar Hero. Right next to this area there's a Viking battle reenactment that you can watch while you chug beer from your drinking horn, and if you want to feel more involved then there's also axe throwing as well. If you're up for something a bit more cultured, then make sure you visit the gallery located next to the sign-in tent. This features works of art from artists within the scene, and this year's even features an exhibit by Killswitch Engage. As with most festivals, the party doesn't end when the bands finish. There's parties going on the New Blood and Sophie stages across the weekend. The New Blood stage on the Thursday and Saturday from 11 PM till 2 AM is the Silent Disco, which if you've ever been to one or if you've seen our 2000 Trees videos, you'll know is an absolute blast. Unlike the 2000 Trees Silent Disco though, you don't need to pre-book your headset, you just go to the tent, collect a pair and then hand them back at the end of the night. In the Sophie tent every single night from midnight until 2 AM, you've got live DJs playing a whole variety of stuff from cheesy anthems to the heaviest stuff known to human ears. And there's also a guest DJ spot this year from Evil Scarecrow. You can of course keep the party going in the campsite, and if you're looking for something to do there are giant inflatable activities going on in the Midgard camp. Stuff like sumo wrestling, bungee run, balancing competitions, and the return of the famous Bloodstock jousting. Now across the weekend there are varying fancy dress themes. On the Thursday and Friday, in memory of Sylvia Lancaster, Sophie's mum, who tragically passed away last year, these days will be Pink for Sylvia themed. Basically anything you've got to wear that's pink, throw it on, even if it's a Barbie shirt, especially if it's a Barbie shirt. Saturday is Corpse Paint Day, and if you need someone to help you paint your face, then head over to the Sophie Charity Gazebo on the left of the main stage between 10 AM and 3 PM, and they'll make you up for a small donation. Sunday is all about Halloween pumpkins, so get those costumes out a little bit earlier than October and join in the fun. In keeping with the recycling at the event, there are prizes for returning cups back to Lemmy's Bar, ranging from a free pint to VIP access for 2 people, and even getting to stand at the side of the stage to watch one of your favourite bands. Now in terms of food and drinks, Bloodstock does not allow cooking at individual camps, but there are areas in the campsites that are designed for barbecues and cookers. You take what you need down there, use it in a safe way, away from tents and other flammable things, and then when you're done there'll be a team there to help you tidy everything away, and then you just bring back what you need with you. These areas will be clearly marked at the site, and there will be safety marshals on hand if you need any help. If you don't want to cook, then there's loads of great food stalls both in the campsite and the arena. There's loads of options from burgers and chips to veggie, vegan options, gluten-free and even halal as well. Some of the food available, you've got everything from Greek, pizza, hot dogs, waffles, burritos, breakfast bombs. Yes, it's a bomb, it's not a cob, it's not a bap, it's a bomb. Mac and cheese, desserts and loads more. So there's something for everyone. For drinks, as always, there's no glass allowed on site, so if you bring in spirits, make sure you've decanted this into plastic bottles. And if you're bringing any beer or cider, make sure it's cans, not bottles. Glass will get taken off you at the entrance, so just make sure you haven't wasted your own time and money, and just bring the stuff that you're allowed. There are also a couple of bars on site. You've got Lemmy's Bar in the arena, cocktail bars, just the regular bars if you want a standard beer or cider or whatever. There's also a shop located in the Midgard campsite that will sell beers and other essentials. And yes, I did just list beer as an essential. And finally, if you're wanting to pick up a t-shirt from the official Bloodstock stall, they've capped the price this year at £25 to help with the cost of living crisis that's going on. Such a lovely gesture from the organisers when some festivals are raising the costs year on year. So go and show some support by grabbing one, and if you want things like drinking horns, comfy dressing gowns, they've got you covered for that as well. You can get them at the merch stores on site, or you can pre-order them now online so it's ready in time for the festival. So hopefully that was everything you need to know before going to this year's Bloodstock Festival. If there's anything you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down below and I'll try my very best to help. Or if there's any Bloodstock veterans with any handy tips, then feel free to share your wisdom as well. If you're heading there this year, then have a great time. If you do like these kinds of videos and you want to see them in the future, then please leave a like and let me know down below so I know to make more of them. And if you like what we do here and you want to see all the stuff we get up to, as well as sticking around for all the exciting stuff that's still to come, then please hit that subscribe button. As always, take care, and I will see you in the next one.